Hello and welcome back to the Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition Guide for 2020. When we last left off, in episode 17, we fought High Judge Orvan over here. We left a big mess of things, but we showed that with a little bit of planning and some simple tactics, even some relatively difficult encounters can be taken down with relative ease. Now coming over here, this is the side room after that fight, and there's a few things you're going to want to do in here, especially reading this book over here, alright? This book right there will give you the teleportation scroll recipe. That'll allow you to craft teleportation scrolls. Now you can, of course, just look up online how to craft teleportation scrolls in this game, and there's a nice little chart somewhere that'll tell you how to do that. I'm sure there's more than one. But if you're trying to go through the game and just use the game knowledge, that's where you'll find that. And they're pretty fun to make, because normally we can only use teleport if somebody knows the teleportation skill, like Pyramus over here. Alright, he's got teleportation. Or somebody wearing the teleportation gloves, which our Red Prince has. Alright, but teleportation scrolls, alright, we're going to have those right down here. Alright, teleportation scrolls, all you need is a piece of paper, which you need for all your scrolls. You need any air essence, can be a regular one, and then later we're going to get high air essences and some more fancy ones after that. Could be any level air essence. And you need a feather. Now right now we don't have any feathers, right? That's our missing ingredient there. But I'm pretty sure if we go through here, we do in fact have a pillow, alright? We stole the pillow. I'm not really sure where we stole the pillow, but we've got one. Now, another quick thing, if you can't find any feathers, because vendors eventually stop selling feathers, right? They end up selling fancy feathers later on in the game. But pillows are relatively accessible at any point in the game. Now, if you combine a pillow with any kind of blade, right, you kind of cut up the pillow, and, you know, the old feathers fluffing up the pillow idea, concept. They don't really do that anymore, but they used to. Right, you can get some feathers out of your pillow. All right, so now, when we go over here, right, and we try to go to our scrolls down here, we do in fact have a feather to make our teleportation scroll. And that's nice because even characters who aren't wearing the gloves, even characters that don't have a single point into Aerotheurge can now teleport people through the battlefield. And if you have multiple scrolls crafted or bought, some vendors sell those later, you can teleport more than one time per battle round. And if you want to go even one step further than that, you can get the ambidextrous talent, which reduces the AP cost of scrolls by 1 AP. So you could, without using adrenaline or anything else that boosts your action points, you could in one turn use 4 teleportation scrolls. That's pretty handy. Now, if you're somebody who's looking at the ambidextrous talent as something you might want to use, keep in mind it does not stack with elemental affinity. Alright, so if you've got a 3 action point skill that you want to use, and you've got a scroll for that, you cannot reduce it with both of those at the same time. It does not work that way. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try and sneak in to start this combat. Alright, now these doors are kind of blocking that red line of sight, so I'm not entirely sure how far I can go. So we're going to separate... Whoop, we're going to separate Beast from the rest of the party there. Mouse had a little bit of a mishap over there. We're going to have the rest of the party actually also sneak, because we don't want somebody to look through the door over there, over here, and accidentally see us. So have Beast open that door and kind of stay as far back as he can. Now that line of sight window goes right up to where we're at. So I'm going to see, can we cloak and dagger somewhere? We can. So we can cloak and dagger anywhere down here. Alright, anywhere right in that outlined area. So, I'm going to check, see if we can backlash into there. Just barely too far. Alright, so, cloak and dagger. We're going to wait for that Magister to get over there. Alright, and then, whoops, a little late here. We're going to equip that second dagger on Beast. Alright, well, I messed that up, but it's no big deal. Alright, because all we're going to do is we're going to try and get an extra flurry out of that. We didn't equip that dagger in time, though. No worries. We're still going to backlash over here. Get some nice first round damage on him. And now he is facing that way, so that actually does help us out more than if Beast got a free attack, because now we can have all these guys come over here. Now nobody's looking at us. They're all in combat. They're locked in place. This guy's turned around. All right. Definitely didn't do that on purpose. Definitely didn't pretend to make a mistake to open up this new scenario. All right. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So we're going to have Red Prince come up here, and that's just to show you, even if your plans don't go the way you plan, you can improvise like that. So even though this guy's now facing that way, and Beast didn't get that free attack at the beginning of the turn, we can still utilize our current situation. Alright, now Red Prince, as we said, does have teleportation gloves on, so he can move some people around. Alright, now there's not a whole lot of people in range for him to move. Alright, now this right here is a Paladin. Alright, they are a completely different branch of the Divine Order than Magisters. Alright, for the most part, Paladins are closer to being good guys than what the Magisters are. Alright, the Magisters are kind of your... I don't know. They're just a separate division. Right? They work under Dallas, whereas the Paladins, they do not directly serve Dallas, who is the person at the front gate that we have not fought yet. Now, since I can't teleport anybody here, I'm just going to start off with an attack here. So, before we do that, we're going to check how many action points we have left with Beast. We have 2 action points left with Beast. So, Red Prince just needs to take down this guy's armor, and then Beast can crowd control him pretty easy on his own. So we're going to use a 3 action point move here because it's free right now. He's not in combat. So that's the best way to utilize that. And we got a little bit of high ground there, so we do get our extra high ground damage. So now this Magister only has 3 armor points left on his physical armor. So he's going to be really easy to hit with Battle Stomp and knock him down. Now we could also hit this barrel, put some oil around here, but that's going to affect Beast and this Paladin who's helping us out. So we're actually not going to hit that barrel, and it's probably going to get shot by an archer here pretty soon, honestly. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. Hopefully they don't hit it. Who knows? Now that was unfortunate. That archer there, that ranger, had a first aid ability. That'll help somebody get up when they're knocked down. That's a huntsman skill. Alright, so while they're all fighting over here, we're going to have Mumbo come over here. Alright, and we've got a little bit of time. We're going to have Mumbo. Well, we can't make it rain over there. We're going to have him climb up here. Pyramus is following because I haven't unchained him, and I'm fine with that. And I don't got to worry about the turn order going through all the way because Red Prince actually still has not taken his turn. So no matter what, we're not going to waste these guys' turn prior to combat. Now, I'm trying to get the most people wet as I can. That's going to get 4 enemies wet. Yeah, we'll take that. That's how we're going to enter Mumbo into combat. And then we got Pyramus here. Now, there's not a whole lot of stuff Pyramus can get to here. So we're actually going to have him go around this side door here. Alright. He's going to be going around back inside. He's going to come around this side, go up this ladder, come around here. Alright, we are using our surroundings to place Pyramus where we want him to be. Now, again, some people are going to call this cheesing it. Trust me, this is nowhere close to what this game allows you to cheese through. Alright, this is, honestly, this is still in the realm of good tactics, because it's still the first round of combat. If you were to say, I don't know, start combat with just Beast, and then you were to have, like, Red Prince shoot into combat, and then have Red Prince exit combat, and then come back in, have Mumbo use part of his turn to exit combat, that would be cheesing it. What we're doing here... This is just kind of a slow, delayed setup. All right, this is honestly just being a little bit tactical. All right, we're just being smart with where we're putting people. Now, there are some times where you may need to exit combat and then re-enter, and that's perfectly fine. Especially if you don't know what's going on in the combat. If it's the first time doing that particular encounter, go ahead, flee, run from combat. Especially if you're in honor mode, better to have to redo a combat, come back and only fight half of it and resurrect some people. Way better than having to restart a whole save file because you wiped on honor mode. Alright. So Pyramus is going to come over here. This is going to get him the high ground, and with the high ground, not only does he get more damage, but he's also going to get a lot of extra range. Alright. We got these two over here. We're not made wet by that rain that Mumbo put down. Alright, so that's a little unfortunate. We're not going to be able to electrify them as easy. But we're going to see what Red Prince can do on his turn before we put Pyramus in. Alright, now Red Prince can teleport one of those two that were not made wet. So I'm going to have him teleport this archer. We're going to teleport her right over here into that oil. Alright. Now, that did actually put her in line of sight to see Pyramus, which was something I should have expected there. Should have saw that coming. So Pyramus doesn't get his free entering combat attack, and that's a little upsetting, but it's fine. We'll be perfectly alright. Now they have significantly less, no, not significantly less, but they have less physical armor than magic armor. So I'm going to see if I can hit them. Alright, so I can't directly hit this one, but I'm fairly certain if I ricochet, it'll hit that one over there. Oh, and it got all three. Perfect. Alright, so now these two have no physical armor, so if I were to hit them with impalement, they would in fact be crippled. They wouldn't be able to move. Alright, and I don't think there... there's a position I can hit all three of them. And this guy has less magic armor than he has physical, so I'm going to try and hit him as well. So we're going to immobilize those two, cripple them, and then we're just going to deal some magic armor damage on that guy. Alright, now he's got 20 magic armor left. That does 18 to 20 damage. Well, I've got the high ground, so that should knock his armor down. Perfect. He is now blinded. And if you look at the weapons he's got there, you don't even need to find him up here. He is going to be melee range with that sword and shield. So him being blinded really messes him up. And for him to get close enough to see us, he's going to have to walk through that oil, slow himself down. So that's just a super great situation for us to be in with his current status. Now, these guys are all kind of lumped together, and this archer is over here by herself. Just like we don't want our party lumped together in combat, well, we do want our enemies lumped together in combat. It makes it a lot easier to take them down. I'm going to teleport her over there. Now, they are crippled, and we were focusing on their physical armor, but I'll tell you what, that doesn't mean we can't attack them with magic damage, right? And they are wet, so this is going to be a little disappointing to shoot fire at them, but they are on oil, so I'm a little tempted to shoot a fireball there. I'm going to save that for Pyramus' next turn, though. Alright, right now, all I'm going to do is Peace of Mind Pyramus, so he moves up a little bit in the turn order there. And then I'm going to hasten our boy Beast over here. Alright, well, actually, looking at Beast, he's right next to this Magister. Beast has no physical armor. Beast might get knocked down next turn, so I'm actually not going to hasten him. I don't want to risk wasting that. And Red Prince is... yeah, he's too far. Alright, well, Pyramus is going to haste himself then. And that will benefit if we get more than one turn. Oh, Beast went ahead. Beast was behind him in the turn order. Alright, well, I'll take it. No complaints here. A little bit of confusion, but no complaints. So we're going to smack him around a bit. We're not going to worry about moving into backstab range because there's oil on the ground. He's going to get opportunity attacks. It's not worth a little bit of extra damage for one attack there. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to unequip and Sucker Punch again, because that is a great combo to just drop in the middle of combat there. And I don't think he can hit them. He can hit one of them. Is that one going anytime soon? Not really. So we're going to end Beast's turn there, carry over that action point. Look at that. And because she was crippled and this thing's blocking her view, even though she wasn't hard locked down, she still couldn't do anything on her turn. You love to see that. Alright, she's got 52 magic armor. So we're not going to be able to lock her down before her next turn. She's going next. That's why I looked at that specific Magister. We're just going to do some Dazing Bolts, see what we get from it. We get 3 people stunned. Okay, I was hoping for 2, 3, and I didn't even check the armor, so we could have probably played that better. Now I know at least 2 of these 3 were wet before that. All right, so I didn't want to use a fireball there, but now they're definitely not. So fireball, here we go. Just I like big damage, you know. It's always nice. So she's still slowed because she was in the oil before ignited. So that right there, yeah, that's going to take a lot of her movement action point. There we go. Alright, so next up we got Red Prince, and this Magister Captain down here is looking pretty weak. We might try to take him out. The next Magister to go is stunned, as is the next one. And I don't remember this guy even being in combat, but I guess he's there now. Alright, so I think we're going to try and just take down this Magister Captain triple. Alright. Now, this would be nice if we had our barrage still. It's going to be back next turn, but if we get it this turn, we could probably shoot 1 arrow at him and then 2 over here. So what I'm going to do Can I hit any of these guys? Well, he's got a lot more physical, so we don't want to shoot him. Yeah, we'll just take this guy out of the fight. Yeah, she's gonna burn to death. Awesome possum. Makes it easy for us. So this guy has pretty low magic armor. Can we do something with that? Well, 52. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to crowd control him this turn. So let's use Encourage, pump up Beast, Red Prince, and Mumbo. And then, alright, I'm gonna do a quick little ice fan over here. So I'm gonna put it in a way where he gets hit with all three. But I'm gonna try and... I can't really do a whole lot here, but I'm gonna try and spread them out and put them on the direction that he would have to move to get to the rest of combat. Yes, so that he slips like that. Alright, that's why I was putting the ice over here, not just hitting all three of them directly on him. Better chance of him falling down. Alright, so next Magister in line is stunned. This one is burning. Alright. Now we have just a little space to teleport up there. Alright, so we got a few options here. We could smack this Magister one time and then try to Chicken Claw her. Or, since she's already got no magic armor, we could Petrify her. I'm gonna go with the Petrify. Alright. Now we've got one Magister over there. Oh, I unmemorized Throwing Knife. I was going to throw some of those. So keep in mind, when you get enough skills, we're gonna start swapping in and out, depending on the combat. If you want to have all of them available, make a mental note of that, and then the next time you level up, give that character some memory. So next time we level up Beast, I am gonna give him at least one more memory point. Alright. So we're going to come back here, and she is already petrified, but I'm still going to do some physical damage there, because backstabbing with the rogue. Hit the wrong button, open up the windows there. We're back, though, better than ever. So, what we're going to do is we're going to switch back to Red Prince. So, we've got this Magister right there is up next. Let's see. He's only got 18 health left, so we're just gonna throw... How much damage? We're gonna throw 2 Searing Daggers at him just to make sure that... Actually, we only need 1. He's gonna burn on his next turn. She's got 27. Yeah, she's gonna take 2 daggers there. And, we still have a few extra action points. 7. 8. Well, let's see if they're gonna burn on their next turn. That'll do them both in. Alright. So with that, looking up on our map here, we've got this Magister here is in range, and she's a goner. Alright, we're going to end our turn there. Awesome, burned to death, just like we planned. Alright, so the only Magister left in combat, other than this one that's going to burn on her first turn, is this guy who slipped on some ice. And he is just in range of the Red Prince. So we're gonna... Now, I know Red Prince is gonna be dealing physical damage here. But, you know what? We almost got it all down in one turn, so I think we'll be alright. So he didn't take a whole lot of magic damage, magic armor damage, when we hit him with that ice earlier. So we're just gonna start whittling away at that. Alright, now we can hit him with our wand. The wand's not gonna do a lot of damage, but hey, it's better than nothing. Beast has his backlash back up, so we're gonna come right over there. Alright, and because we got that mixed damage party, alright, Beast is able to fully utilize his chloroform as well. Alright, looks good, and then this guy gets no turn because he was knocked out. Alright, so Pyramus cannot really get to that guy right now. We're gonna have him move on over here. And Pyramus has taken no damage thus far, so he can handle running through some fire. Alright. Alright, so that combat was not very difficult, and I even made some mistakes there and still blew right on through it. Now, if you keep Paladin Cork alive, you do get a little bit bonus XP. You can kill him for a little bit more XP right now, but he does actually come back later in Act 2. And if you kill him in Act 2, he's a higher level. You get more XP. So long run, it's better not to kill him and get the XP right now. Alright, now before we wrap this up, because we are about to wrap this up, I'm going to show you one little trick to make the next combat quite a bit easier. And this is a trick that it took me quite a while to figure out that it existed. But once you realize that this is an option, I don't really see why you would do it any other way. So the next bit of combat we're going to do, we are not going to go this direction because that'll get us out of the fort, and then we won't be able to fight the fort boss of Alexander and Dallas. We're going to go this way, alright, and this is going to get us over here to some magisters here, and we can see one of those magisters right there. Now, from standing right about here-ish, if you pop up that teleportation ability, you actually have line of sight right here through this tree, alright, because we're kind of above this tree. We can see right over here to that magister. So we're just going to take her out of that combat area and teleport her right on over here. We're going to teleport her pretty far away so that she can't run up and attack us. Not that she really has a chance of doing anything dangerous to us. But now that she's way over there, we can get that extra attack. I might have missed. Yeah, that just straight up missed. But that's okay, because we outnumber her 4-1. Run up, stabby stab, and there you go. Now we are going to call it a day. That has been episode 18, Quick Encounter here.